How are you guys?
Good, thank you. You?
Very well.
We're doing well.
Doing well as well. So my first question would just be, when you got the notice that you were going to be in this series, what was your first reaction?
I was over the moon. I was in Croatia shooting a show covered in blood, and I get a call from my agent, and he just was like, "Oh, do you want to go and do this show for 10 years?" And I was like, and it was amazing. Couldn't tell a single soul, so I had to celebrate by myself and cakes and blood. It was very fun.
I did the classic kind of 10 minutes of joy and then intense panic.
Where were you when you got it?
I was in Toronto Film Festival and my phone was off, and so was my sister's who was with me, so they had to ring me on the hotel phone, which also made me feel like I'd kind of gone back in time, so it was all very surreal. And then went to a premiere and fainted in the Q&A. So I handled it not particularly well, but in a memorable way. It was a big, big thing. You knew that something huge was happening to you.
What about you? Where were you?
I was in bed, actually. Rolled over, I got the call. It was kind of like, for me, it was, I'd had so many months of auditioning by this point and so many auditions that there was a lot of anxiety around the whole thing. So it was probably more of a relief than anything before then the next flood of anxiety of actually having to do it rolled in. But I went downstairs and I just sort of sat by myself and watched the cricket, which is, I realize in America, the cricket, Australia, where I'm from, play England every couple of years in this tournament called the Ashes. Yeah. It's quite an intense rivalry. So I just sort of numbed myself for a little bit and just took a bit of reflection time.
Rob's is my favorite. He just got in the bath, which I think is a really funny reaction.
And did any of you ever feel any kind of pressure or nervousness, just because obviously Tolkien's work is so beloved? So was there any anxiety or nervousness, pressure even?
I think we all feel the weight of expectation of the fans who are so, they just love Tolkien's universe and the world that he's created. So know that JD and Patrick, who have an encyclopedic knowledge of Tolkien, have done this show with the utmost care and respect for him. And we in turn have also given a lot of love and time and energy to make this the best possible show that it can be.
And I think that's the same. I think about that and I think I am a huge fan of the world. And I've read everything and done all that kind of stuff. And I'm in the same boat. I really want the show to be good. I feel as though I'm one of the fans. And when the hope that I carry for the show is in the people that have been involved, be them cast members or crew members, whatever it might be, because as you say, like the love and dedication and people wholeheartedly throwing themselves into the project and the care, was amazing to see and reassuring for me as a Tolkien fan.
There's many different beings in Middle Earth. So if you could choose, you could stay the same if you would like, but would you ever be like, oh, let me be a Harfoot for a day, or I want to be a dwarf instead of an elf?
I'd love to, I was just about to say I'd love to go for dinner with Disa and Durin, which isn't quite the answer to the question, but I think a dwarf. And I think there's kind of like, I've always been convinced that he based the dwarves on people from North Wales because they have a certain disposition that I recognize. And so I think I'd feel at home in Khazad-dûm.
I think I would like to be an elf. Yeah, it's very cool.
And I'm going to say a hobbit, because they are fun-loving creatures, aren't they?
Whimsical.
And there's a lot of love there, and I think...
Just laugh a lot.
Yeah, I laugh a lot most days, so I think I'd fit in there and be at home.
Amazing. And my final question is there a particular moment or scene that stands out in your mind? Obviously, if it's a spoiler, you don't have to share, but just a specific episode that when you guys were working on it or filming, you were like, this is it.
Mine's a spoiler, so I can't share.
I would say episode 7 was really exciting. And hopefully that will soon make sense. Is it 7? Yeah, it's 7.
Yeah. 7's the one where... Kidding.
Number 7, got it.
But yeah, it was when the scale was there. I think for me, it was when loads of supporting actors were involved, because they really bring the whole thing to life. Particularly with Numenor, like it was the most beautiful, intricate set. But then when it had people there with fishing nets, with baskets of fruit, playing some special Numenorian game that they'd come up with, that's when it all really comes to life, and that's when it feels massive.
Thank you guys so much for your time, and congratulations again on the series.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Cheers.